The NFL has crazy stadiums, and some are crazier than others. Like, how would you like to watch a football game while lounging in a beach chair in front of a pool, or taking a dip with dedicated servers ready to tend to your every need? Or maybe you think it's cool to have a real-life wooden ship with cannons that fire every time your team scores. Well, we're discussing the top 5 features found in NFL stadiums in today's episode of Built Up. Number 5. EverBank Stadium. Now, how many people can actually say, "Hey, I watched a football game from a pool today"? Chances are not that many, but the Jaguars at EverBank Stadium thought outside the box and gave fans a super special experience. During a $63 million renovation in 2014, the EverBank Stadium gutted 9,500 seats in the north end zone and added 2 pools and a surrounding deck area with private cabanas, offering great field views. Each cabana is fully equipped with seating, shade and access to the pool, making it feel more like a luxury suite than a typical stadium spot. They even have big screen TVs so you don't miss any action while cooling off. The idea was to create a space where fans could enjoy the game in a fun, relaxed and premium setting, basically like watching football from a resort. In Jacksonville, it's warm most of the year, so the pools make perfect sense. They combine the love for football with a laid-back Florida vibe, giving people the best of both worlds. So, if you want to enjoy the game while cooling off inside a pool, you can rent these cabanas for a game or event. And they're often used for group gatherings, corporate outings, or even birthday parties. It's a premium experience. You get access to the pool, personal service, and one of the most unique ways to watch a football game. People love lounging by the water with a drink in hand while cheering on the Jaguars. It's also a favorite spot for social media photos, so it's not just about the game, it's about the vibe. The Jaguar poolside cabanas are cool because they're so unique. No other NFL stadium has anything close to this. So fans from all over the country, including visitors, are flocking to EverBank Stadium to see what it's all about. Now, since we started with water-themed stadium attractions, here's another one. But before we move on to number 4, please don't forget to subscribe if you like the video so far. Number 4. Raymond James Stadium. If you thought poolside cabanas at a stadium are crazy, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers built an entire pirate ship that actually shoots cannonballs. Now, to be honest, they're not real cannonballs, it's just for show. But it does look cool. The cannons fire every time the Bucs score, once for every point, so a touchdown gets 6 cannon blasts. They also fire at the start of the game and during special moments to hype up the crowd. It's loud, exciting and totally unique to Tampa Bay. The ship brings a whole lot of personality to the stadium and gives fans an experience they won't find anywhere else. During games, it's packed with crew members in pirate costumes who pump up the crowd and fire the cannons to celebrate big plays. It's also a great photo op. Fans get close to it during non-game days or special events and take pictures. Sometimes, the ship is even rented out for private events like parties or team functions. The idea for this ship came about in the 1990s, and in 1998, this Buccaneer ship came to life. The teams wanted something unique that would give fans a true pirate adventure experience and make the stadium feel like home for the Pirate Bucs. However, they didn't just want a boring logo. They wanted something fans could see, hear, and even interact with. And what's more pirate-like than a big flashy ship? The Buccaneer ship is 103 feet long and 43 feet high, with masts, sails and cannons. It was designed to be a centerpiece for the stadium. The ship has all the little touches you'd expect, from weathered wood to ropes and barrels, making it feel like a real pirate ship docked in a football stadium. Now, the next stadium might not have shooting cannons, but it explodes with high energy and good vibes. Number 3. Ford Field. Ford Field opened in 2002, and the design was all about making a stadium that felt like Detroit. The city has a rich industrial history, so instead of building a brand new structure from scratch, they decided to incorporate a 1920s warehouse into the stadium's design. The goal was to mix the old with the new, giving fans a space that felt both modern and deeply connected to the city's roots. So, the $1.5 million warehouse was incorporated into the $550 million stadium to give it that rustic feel. This mixed-use commercial development is not open only when the Detroit Lions are playing, but all throughout the year. The warehouse itself is home to a team store, restaurant, press areas, luxury suites, a nightclub, a hotel with 200 rooms, office space, and additional retail space. Fortunately, the architects were wise enough to keep the old elements and improve them with the new. The warehouse, which was once a Hudson department store distribution center, became part of the stadium. It houses a lot of the stadium's premium seating, restaurants, and offices. The architects left many of the original elements intact, like the exposed brick walls and steel beams, which give it a cool vintage vibe. Then they added the modern parts of the stadium, like the massive dome and high-tech facilities around the warehouse. It's a perfect blend of old-school charm and modern functionality. Number 2. Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Atlanta has some unpredictable weather. From hot and sunny, it can turn to a heavy downpour in an instant. When designing the stadium, the architects wanted to build something that would stand out, but something that would also fit with Atlanta's unpredictable weather. So, having a retractable roof was the perfect solution. It gives fans and players the best of both worlds: open-air football, if the weather's good, or a cozy indoor experience, if the weather turns. The roof is made up of 8 massive triangular panels that slide open and close like a camera lens. This unique design is not just functional, it's also stunning to watch in action. The roof takes about 8 minutes to fully open or close, and when it opens, it forms a beautiful circular opening nicknamed the oculus, which lets in natural light. The design and engineering were extremely complex, involving high-tech materials and innovative construction techniques. It took a while to get it running smoothly, but now it's a signature feature of the stadium. But it wasn't cheap. The entire stadium cost about $1.5 billion to build, and the retractable roof alone accounted for roughly $200 million of that. It's a big investment, but it's also a key part of what makes the stadium so special. Number 1. State Farm Stadium. The $455 million State Farm Stadium in Arizona wouldn't be as impressive if it didn't have a $10 million retractable field. When the stadium opened in 2006, this feature seemed like an expensive gimmick, but over the years, it turned into a valuable investment that actually paid off. When they were designing State Farm Stadium, the goal was to make it a multi-purpose venue that could host all kinds of events, from football games to concerts and more. Arizona's climate also played a big role. Grass fields need a lot of sunlight to stay healthy, but keeping the field inside a stadium means limited sun exposure. The retractable field was the perfect solution. It allows the grass to get all the natural sunlight it needs by rolling it outside when it's not being used. Think of this retractable field as a coffee tray that holds the entire playing surface. The tray weighs 19 million pounds and is 234 feet wide, 403 feet long, and nearly 40 inches deep. It sits on 546 steel wheels that run along 13 tracks, letting it roll in and out of the stadium. Moving the field takes about 70 minutes, and it's powered by an electric motor system. The field rolls outside the stadium on non-game days to soak up the Arizona sunshine and stays in tip-top shape. On game days or event days, the field is rolled back inside and positioned perfectly for play. The retractable field is used primarily for Arizona Cardinals football games and other sports events that require a grass surface, like college football and soccer matches. But it's also great for concerts and other non-sporting events. When the field is rolled outside, the stadium's floor becomes a blank canvas, perfect for setting up stages, seating, or even trade shows. This flexibility makes the stadium one of the most versatile in the country, plus it's eco-friendly, knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone. So, do you agree with our list? Which of these 5 stadium features do you think is the coolest? Let us know in the comments down below. Now, here's another video mega project enthusiasts enjoyed watching. Bye for now.